This will be a short video on some of the challenge questions on homework 10.5. I believe these are 20 and 21 number, just to clarify. Yep, numbers 20 and 21. So number 20 states, here's this diagram, and it says if measure of arc WZY is 200 degrees, what is the measure of angle P? And so, as you see, I've kind of have the circle marked up a little bit. If WZY is 200, then WXY the other way, or WY, right, it'd be minor arc, is 160, right? 360 minus 200 is that math. Now we also have these little two segments here, the chords of the secants that intersect the circle are congruent, not the whole chord secant, but just these pieces, ZY and WX. And so I called this piece X and that piece X, and we're going to use them in calculating, right? So if we need to say angle P equals half this arc minus that arc, right? Half WZ minus arc XY, because it's on the outside doing the half the difference, right? We need to be able to rewrite WZ in terms, right? So if this is 200, but it includes X, to find this piece, we would just say 200 minus the X will give us arc WZ. Same thing over here. Over here, 160 degrees includes X of the WX side. So we're going to say XY is 160 minus X. And when we plug that in, here's what it looks like. Angle P equals half 200 minus X minus the whole parentheses 160 minus X. And now the 160, the negative distributes, so minus 160 plus X, and we get angle P equals half this part right here, which is 200 minus 160 is 40, negative X plus X is 0, they cancel, and so we're just doing half of 40, which is 20. So angle P is 20 degrees. Next one, further down here, we got to find measure of angle measure of arc AB and the measure of arc ED. So we're going to do AB first, and then that will actually give us some pieces that lead us to finding arc ED. Now, to solve for arc AB, we need a couple pieces, right? So first off, the math I did right here is this is a linear pair, right? Straight line. So if this is 115, 180 minus 115 gives us 65 degrees. So this angle here is 65, and we have 85, one of our arcs, and then we have 20 plus AF. We actually do need arc AF, so we're going to solve using 65 and these two arcs. And so we've got 65 equals half of the sum, half of 85 plus 20 plus AF, arc AF. And so 20 plus 85 is 105, but we're going to multiply by 2 first over here, so we don't have to deal with half. So when we multiply by 2, we get 130 equals, and then this inside becomes AF, forgot my arc mark, plus 105. Subtract 105 from each side, and we get AF is 25. So now this piece here is 25, and now one more piece, right? So this right angle is on both sides, so this is a right angle, and then we've got a 30, 60, 90 right triangle. So this angle here is 30, and we're going to use that in 1 second here to help us solve, because we're going to have angle J equals AF and AB, half of the difference of them, right? So angle J is 30 from what I just told you of the 30, 60, 90 right triangle over there. 90 minus 60 is 30, that's where it comes from. And this angle equals half AB minus AF. Well, we found out what AF was for this reason. 30 equals half arc AB minus 25. Again, we're going to multiply by 2 on both sides to get 60 is AB minus 25, plus 25 to both sides, AB is 85. So now we got a nice 85 over here that I'll write in shortly here. This is 85. Now, lastly, solving for ED, okay? Arc ED, we've got some pieces, and actually arc ED we could have solved just from AF here, right? Because now we have 60 degrees, and this, because it kind of is a tangent, right? From what we can see, it's tangent. And so this angle, 60 degrees, equals half of this whole arc added together. Well, we know AF is 25. We know EF is 20, and so that'll leave us just this last piece, arc ED, to solve. So that setup in equation form is 60 equals half AD, and AD is 120, right? And that is 120 because, again, angle equals half arc. So we actually knew this whole piece is 120. And 120 equals ED plus 20 plus 25. Right? So that's another way to kind of set it up. And so ED equals 120 minus 20 minus 25 because we already knew these two pieces. And we get 75 degrees for arc ED. And that wraps up this short homework challenge video.